what are the expectations of the kids? And is what I'm saying reflecting what they're expecting? And if not, what are we going to do? As I said, we introduced the Go games a number of years ago, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I had an under 11 team. We have 36 players under 11. I had an under 11 team down in Dunmore last Sunday morning week. We started playing at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we had 11 aside or 12 aside. Two teams 11 aside, another team 12 aside. And they all played. And every parent came up afterwards and said, this is fantastic. Now we're coming from a situation where we see sometimes 15 kids playing and 25 kids sitting beside them. And then we're wondering, how come we're losing players? We had the Go games in Croke Park about 2 weeks ago, is that right? Where we had about 800 kids for the 2 days playing in Croke Park. Brought them up and they played there. We played 9 aside, we played 10 aside, right? And they all got to play. But actually, there was one action that we introduced, and it was accidentally that we introduced it in a way. We didn't allow any coach to stand inside. They all had to sit in the stand. And it was amazing the feedback we got from the parents afterwards. They just played away. And they were learning to make decisions without being influenced by anybody inside them. Because I think we all remember, every time we play, kids in particular, the good kids, the creative kids, they're moving out of their comfort zone. They're doing things that are creative, that mightn't come out. Sometimes the reaction from the coach can be, oh, I didn't do that. The little kid is trying to be creative and is moving out. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to pull the horns back and again, oh, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to try that again. So just that it was very successful for him. Well, I thought it was anyway. But again, it's part of the role of the coaching officer. Part of his role, again, is trying to, make sure that every coach is aware of the respect initiative. Every coach is trying to implement it. Another thing I suppose the coaching officer is trying to do is, coaching officer just make sure that everybody is qualified. They don't have to do it. They just find out who wants coaching qualifications, or are there any workshops that they want to bring them up to speed on, and they facilitate it and they organize it. I'm not doing predictions because I'm known to have a bet and I don't win too often, but I am absolutely 100% certain that there's going to be an explosion in the recreation game. We have Pellaboo and Camanaboo, they're 2 recreation games. In Gaelic, in football, it's tag football. In hurling, we have devised special equipment, special hurling, special slipper. For a recreation game, we have played 7 aside or 9 aside. And we piloted it last year on a number of occasions. And it's been absolutely sensational. Now, again, one of the reasons it's going to get very big for us, Billy Joe Patton, had a very good article in the paper about 5 or 6 weeks ago. He played for Armagh. Billy Joe also played for Mayo. And he went to play with Armagh last year. And they had an interview, I think, the day before he played against Mayo this year. And he said, there were a general conversation, but he said, what's the difference between playing in Armagh and playing in Mayo? He said, I'll tell you the difference, he said, between playing in Armagh and different players. In Armagh, he said, the GAA club is the centre of the community. In Mayo, as probably in my own club, the players come in, tog out, they train, they play, I'm not sure how much they exercise the brain sometimes, and they go home. And what we're trying to do, and what this does, is make sure it develops all the other communal aspects of our game. The GAA is central to the community, and we want to start bringing back activity that ensure that that's going to continue. And that's what we're trying to do. The recreation game here, there are so many people that I know that are followers that love the game but never get an opportunity to play the game. There are also so many other people who retire at 31, 32, 33 or 40 or whatever the case may be, and that's the end, unless they go back into administration, and we lose them, and we lose good people. piloted this last year in a number of places. Birmingham piloted it with hurling, and we piloted it in Sligo. And the number of people that we got coming back after it, and expounding about what it meant to them and what it meant to the community. And the number of people that joined the club because of it was incredible. Now, it was also a very big fundraiser for some people, because they got members of their team to go out and get teams. And it was X amount to have a team to participate in the competition for the day. But they had special days of this. For example, it was more or less like you'd have Gaelic Park here, or like you'd have Rockland, and you have your recreation game where somebody goes up, everybody in the senior team or the intermediate team or whatever the kids are businesses. You get 10 teams from a business. It's four girls, 3 boys, three ladies, 4 whatever way you want to make it, right? But it's a social recreation game, and it's non-contact. And it was, I've seen it playing. By the way, I've also used it with our senior team. Our senior football team are mad about it, because it makes them very quick. You get tagged, you have to release the ball very quickly. It's a very, very fast game. And it's simple to play. The hurling game is simple to play. But it's just a great concept for developing community spirit. So it's something I think that's going to be, I have no doubt it's going to be very big at home. I have also no doubt that it probably could be very big here.
Is that like, sorry, the flag football here? Is it the same thing? Same thing.
The tag.
Yeah, tag, yeah.
Yeah.
The flag.
Yeah, you call it, yeah.
Well, when you get tagged, you have to release.
Release, yeah.
Or is it free? Yeah.
You release it, yeah. You have to release it, right?
Yeah.
If you don't, it's a free. But again, all of that is on the GA website. The video is on the GA website. The rules are on the GA website. All of that is on the GA website. Another we have summer camps here. It's also I suppose, another aspect that the coaching officer is responsible for is promoting the summer camps or promoting the Easter camps. We have various different camps at different times throughout the year, and it's the coaching officer's job to promote those. Another aspect of the coaching job is the liaison between the schools. He's the liaison officer between the primary schools in the area or the secondary schools in the area. And, sometimes, there was a time, you're all probably familiar with this, when our secondary schools were very much autonomous and they didn't want interference from outside, and they ran a fantastic show. That has changed at home. The secondary schools now and the primary schools are putting up their 2 hands and they're saying, now they're a captive audience, and they're very receptive, very welcoming, and promote our games tremendously, right? But they're really looking for help from the club. And that is the job of the coaching officer. I'm also the coaching officer, to be honest with you, in my own club. And what we do is we visit them occasionally, and we provide coaching for them, and we provide equipment for them. I was just thinking in the context of your context here, I don't know whether it's feasible or not, but sometimes I know that in France, for example, right, the PE teachers are encouraged to introduce into the curriculum other games other than their own games, right? And as Pat will testify to, hurling and football has become very strong in the PE curriculum in some parts of France. And maybe an idea here would be for clubs, if they could get into the primary school for 1 half day twice a year. Now I know we have a very good video about our game and the development of skills in our game and the introduction to our game. But it could be for a club to just get in for 2 half days, provide the personnel, provide the hurleys and slitzers or the footballs or whatever the case may be, and just go in to explain the concept of the game, because there is a tremendous overlap in the acquisition of skills between our games and all of the other games. I maintain that if you play hurling, football and handball, more obviously ladies football, you can play any game. They go on to be great golfers, great squash players, have that coordination and movement skills. Squash players, tennis players, badminton players, you can play every game you can play those games. And I think that a lot of the PE teachers in other countries, they have recognized it. And they're encouraged to introduce, new sports for a term or whatever the case may be. It's just an idea that I just thought of, that, a community could go in, or the GA community, just to explain the benefits of our game, the development, the athletic development of the kids.